What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Rewire. My name's Chris, and this is another episode of Losing Weight Mindfully. I haven't done one of these videos in a couple weeks, but just to catch you up, I finally weighed myself. I've been to the doctor. I'm down 22 pounds in total. I don't know if you can tell. The doctor has nothing but good things to say about what I've been doing, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I wanted to kind of catch you up about the things I've been learning and everything like that. And, I think I touched on, just being really mindful of what I've been eating, how I eat, stopping when I'm full, and all these other things. And one of the parts of the Eat Right Now program, they do a weekly, kind of group chat. And I love it. It's phenomenal. Like today, for instance, this morning when they did it, I wasn't going to say anything, and then, nobody else was being vocal, and I'm like, screw it, I'll ask a question. And I was talking about, I was raised kind of in the thought process that you don't waste food, right? So one of my eating habits that I noticed is that, especially when I go out to eat, I have a hard time not finishing what's on my plate. I just want to, even if I'm full, I will just keep eating it because I don't want to waste the food. And it was great to be able to bring this to the table with these professionals who practice mindfulness, and they're also doctors too. And one of the things that they talked about is a lot of, these habits that we get into is based on the subjective bias. And what it is we were raised a certain way, or we were taught a certain way, or we learned something along the way during our course of life where we have these glasses on, we have these goggles, and we're seeing the world in our experience to kind of this filtered view. And part of mindfulness and part of rewiring the brain is getting out of those loops and kind of retraining ourselves. So one of the pieces of homework that they gave me that I really need to start looking at is, while I'm trying to, do what's beneficial, maybe financially, not wasting money on food, this is in turn hurting me health-wise, right? And then once I'm able to kind of dissect those two, I can kind of look at this and say, okay, what's more important as far as my goals with this journey or in life in general? The financial aspect or my health aspect, because one of those sayings out there is when you die, you can't take your stuff with you, right? And it's even more interesting when coming to food because that's disposable anyways. There was somebody else who brought this up in the group too, was that they try to look at it as, even though I might be wasting a little bit of money right now, I'm saving money in the long run by being healthier. And that's extremely true when you look at how much everything costs when it comes to medical issues, right? So it was really great to kind of get some feedback from the professionals as well as some of the peers who are going through the process too, to kind of see what their strategies are about doing that. Because I've done, especially when I'm cooking for myself, I've done really well of stopping when I'm full. For the most part, every once in a while I'll take a few more extra bites, just because it tastes amazing. But, one of the hurdles that I had to get over was recognizing that one of my habits is making sure I clean my plate. So I'm trying to I'm going to try to start working on that this week. But also something I'm going to play around with is if I do go out to eat, maybe ordering less than what I usually do, or a smaller meal, because sometimes I'm going for taste rather than nutrition, right? And a lot of those tastes come from, the things that release dopamine, the sugars, and all that other kind of sweet stuff. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, I've been losing weight. It's also brought just a lot more awareness to all of my other habits, and I'm able to really be mindful of them, and I'm able to regain my choices in a bunch of different situations rather than just being kind of yanked around by my urges or my tendency to want to push the negative away. So that's where I'm at, and I'll see you next time.